Hey, in this video today, we're going to be discussing the best sales tactics. Not only what to do, but why it's the best sales tactics. Greeting winners, Kevin here. It's great to be with you here today. And if you're new to our channel, we discuss practical ways to help you achieve a more successful future as leaders. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss another video on finding ways to win. Okay, let's go. Now, these sales tactics came about partially from training and partially from my career. Early in my career, I was actually on the inside of companies, manufacturing and engineering department, and as a manager, where I'd have a lot of salespeople call on me. Now, I would come and see all the different approaches they used and the canned responses, and some I liked, some that I really thought wasted my time, who I didn't want to see, others I looked forward to seeing, and on and on and on, and really evaluated what a lot of salespeople did. Then in the middle of my career, and then I actually went into full-time sales and had the opportunity to try these methods out, change, see what's going on, how to present to different customers. And I really used what I knew about how companies worked on the inside and adjusted how I would sell to them accordingly. Okay, let's get to the first and most important thing that I always like to do when I made sales calls. Very late in the year, or very early in the year, I would go to a lot of people and ask, what are your goals? Now, the reason I like to ask a lot of goals, because if you're in a medium, large, or really large company, a lot of times they had goals based on, for the managers, it was tied to bonuses. For other people, it was tied to their valuation and raises. So that meeting their goals was actually money in their pocket. So those were very important to them, and they were very motivated on solving those goals. So I really like to focus on those goals. And when you ask them goals, they might say, hey, what are your goals? And they just boom, 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 boom. If they listed off the goals right away, I had a very good idea that these were tied to their evaluation or their bonus. I like to write those all down and ask follow-up questions on those. That helps you remember them and also makes it look like you really care and you're not going to forget about them. The other thing to pay careful attention to when they had goals, say, oh yes, my first goal is this, and then they spend a lot of time explaining it, and then after that they say, oh, and here's another goal, and here's another goal. So if they spent a lot of time talking about that first goal, then I looked at that and said, hey, their bonus, their evaluation maybe had a lot to do with that first goal and just smaller amounts on that second and third, just based on the time they spent on it. So it's really important to mark and think about those things because they're highly motivated to meet their goals for their raise, their bonus, their promotion. Really just to focus on those according to how they stress those. The second thing I really like to do in the middle of the year, even towards the end of the year, or if I didn't get a good answer on the goals, was to ask them, hey, what's causing you problems? Now, a lot of times they have problems. They might be coming from who's reporting to them, down from the boss, from other departments, from customers, coming from all directions. There's these problems. They don't like them. They're stressing them out, causing them great discomfort in life. So again, with the problems, they are motivated to solve those. So asking them about those problems. Now, some of them, when they have problems, they might be sarcastic and just joke around with you and say, hey, I want you to solve this, and you can't, and you can laugh and joke back. The other thing they might do is just honestly ask you something, and hopefully your company has a solution. And if they have a solution that is absolutely great, then you go pull out your presentation, your information, and present something that solves their problem. And if they don't, the other thing that I did, which I was really surprised at, had this potentially huge customer, one of my first sales calls, they had a problem. My company didn't have any success getting into that. I actually knew the solution to their problem. We didn't have anything that would solve their problems, but one of our competitors did. I actually right then and there on the spot took out and looked up my competitor's name, address, and told them to contact this person and what product to ask for, because that would solve their problem. Now, you might think that sounds crazy, but what happened after that? That customer would call me first and talk to me for a wide range of things because they trusted me. The third thing that's really important on sales calls is depending on what department and level you are talking to. If you are talking to engineers, you're going to talk a lot of the technical side. If you're talking to sales, it's the customer focus. Manufacturing, it's delivery, it's ease to assemble. If you're talking to safety, you know, on and on the list goes. If you're talking to sourcing, it's maybe year-over-year cost reductions. Really understand and speak the language of the different departments, because the easier it is to communicate with you, the more likely that they'll want to talk to you and not someone else who doesn't understand and speaks different. Not only is it important to communicate properly across, but up and down. As you go up and down the ladder, the conversations change. The people down at the bottom a lot of times are solving the problem and they don't care about that. As they go up higher in the company, then there gets to be a lot more of the money focus and delivery and long-term contracts and those things. So just really make sure to change your conversation sideways and vertically as you talk to people. So thanks for watching, and remember, it is a great day to win.